Hello everyone, my name is Clutch and welcome to Lucifer Mechanics Garage of drag, speed, and styrene customs fabrication.
Destroying everything that affects, making me rich for my sins. Welcome to the Lucifer's Mechanics Garage.
How's it going, everyone? This is Clutch and welcome back to another edition of Lucifer Mechanics Garage. Today we're going to be starting on some sheet metal for the 61 Dodge Dart station wagon. What I've done today is I took the frame up off the jig, off the wood, and cleaned it up, and then remounted the frame flat to my wood jig here that you see that I got laid out. So that way I can start laying the sheet metal in. As you can see, I started out with cardboard template. It's about 5 thousandths thick. What I'm going to be using is, I'm not going to be using this piece, but I will be using 5 thousandths aluminum that you can get at Hobby Lobby. You can buy it by the roll. I think it's like $5 a roll. The only problem with this is it's so thin, and you know, I mean, you just barely touch it and it bends. So you got to be very careful when you're working with this, you know, because it's like a one-time shot deal. Once if you ruin one, you got to turn around and make another one. It's just going to look awful. So yeah. But anyway, basically what I'm going to do is you can see that I've got my first piece template laid out, and then I'm going to start building around this template. It's all going to be made out of cardboard stock, and they're going to be templates. So once I get everything together, I'll take the templates apart, lay them out on the aluminum, mark them out, and then I'll cut them out to where I need them. Okay. I'm going to show you a process. By trade, I'm a fabricationist, is what they call my trade that I do, or a journeyman, or wherever you want to do it. For I'd say close to 30 years. Since my early 20s, I've been in the fabrication trade, and I can basically work sheet metal any way I want to. I can weld just about anything. So this is going to look easy when I do it, but honestly, with the steps that I'm going to give you to show you how to work it, really all you need is patience and some of the right equipment to do it with. And I'll show you how to lay this stuff out, like add the extra lips to make it look like where you can drill it out, put rivets in it, and make it look, you know, like it's real. Okay. Now, two of the major things that I'm going to be using, if anybody has ever worked with, if anybody has ever worked with trying to put aluminum or steel into a, you know, as for a model, has mainly used like a crazy glue, or you know, some kind of crystallized glue. But the problem of it is that it's so brittle, and there's nothing to adhere on the aluminum or the sheet metal, whatever you're using, and it won't stick. It breaks off real brittle, and it doesn't bond. What I've got here is you can get this. It's a Lord product. It's called Lord. It's a Fuser 111B. It's metal bonding adhesive. Now, any of you guys out there that has ever worked in auto body will know what this is. This is really toxic stuff. I'd suggest using a respirator when you use it. But if like I said, anybody that's ever worked in an auto body should know what this is, because I'm sure you've had to use it and you know how it works. So, but this is the only thing that I've found that actually bonds or adheres metal to metal. And this one right here is the Lord product Fuser 118, 116 I mean. It's plastic to metal cross bonding adhesive. Now this is another automotive body adhesive that I'm sure some of you have used. Basically, if you own a Corvette or anything these days, it's got a lot of plastic with metal. You know, you have a little fender bumper, excuse me, fender bender, or you know, you had a bent in bumper or something come loose. You would take this and adhese it with plastic to metal, and it really does work. I mean, I've used this on a couple builds that I've done, and the other product here, the 111B, and it does work. Now, I mean, you can try to use the crazy glue. I call it crazy glue. I can't think of the life of me what you call it. If I wasn't talking about this, I'd be able to name it off. But you would be able to use it. But the problem of it is, it's like, even if you did get it to work and you're taking it to a show or it barely gets budged or whatever, that, I guarantee you, the crazy glue will break apart. This right here will bond it. I mean, it's not 100% bond proof, but you would pretty much will have to drop your model off of a table for it to break. So it's got a lot of give and flexibility to it. The only problem with these two products is that they're expensive. I think I paid $40 for this, and I think I paid $35 for this. But and like I said, it's very toxic. So I suggest, if you're a kid, you know, have your parents help you, and you should always wear a respirator when using it, because it will take your breath. But once you get it applied and it dries and everything, it's pretty much well safe. You can't eat off of it or nothing, but the odor don't stick with you. So, but I highly suggest putting this in your arsenal. It does last a little while. I've had these going on 2 years, and I've just put them away in a dark, cool place and wrapped them with bags so that way they don't dry out, because they're so expensive. But basically, what you see here is the starting main point of my template, of what I'm going to be working on. These right here, the lips are going to be bent over and come across the top rails of the chassis. I'm going to leave all this solid right here, and then I'm going to start working on my tunnel for my transmission and my drive shaft. And I'm basically going to get all this structured and ready. Then I'll start on this part. Then I'll work my way on back for the wheel wells and, you know, the top of the floorboard for the station wagon. So there's somewhat of a formula to this, to how to bend it, and I'll show you guys, and how to make your roll lips to where, like, you fit it over top of another piece of sheet metal to where you'd rivet it in. I'll show you how to do all that, which it's pretty easy. All I suggest is that, you know, this is fun to do, and just take your time and have fun with it. Don't get aggravated. Just keep all your templates, and you know, make everything right, because it's just paper, so you can go back and recut it, structure it, you know. But I'll try to show you how I measure for my bends and all that other stuff. Even though it's little bitty fractions of thousandths, it does make a difference when you're fitting parts into a place, you know, because believe it or not, when you bend material, you have to subtract material from the width that you're bending. So there's a little bit of formula to it. It's not going to get crazy, because it's just, like I said, it's a smaller scale. But if you want a nice clean job and really make it look nice, there's somewhat of a formula to it. It's not crazy formula. It's just reduction of material that you'll be bending and how you bend it. So stay tuned for some updates. I'm thinking about going to a show down in Cleveland, Tennessee. Chip was saying something about it over on his page. Said that his club was doing a show down there. I haven't been to a show forever, so I got to get back to working on the slingshot dragster that I showed you guys, and I think I'm gonna get it ready and take it down there to the show. It's been a long time since I've been to a show or showed any of my models or anything, so I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm gonna start working on that hopefully this week, as soon as my new rust material product gets here from Deluxe Materials. So until then, thanks for visiting the shop. Stay tuned for the updates coming up on this, because I'll you know, it's going to be fun. And always love your families. Always love your pets just like their family. And thanks for stopping by and watching. Till next time. See you later, buds.
Destroying everything that affects, making me rich for my sins. Welcome to the Lucifer.